Good evening, hello, and welcome to Mysteries and Monsters do Tomb of Annihilation, where these four are trying to save the world, or at least save the not-so-living, or something along those lines.
Well, no, we're trying to save the living from being able to. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the living aren't really affected by this bloody curse. That's the whole point, is that
True.
you
But
only, you're
the
saving the
soon to,
revived.
we're trying to save the soon to be dying as well.
Right, yes, the soon-to-be dying.
Yep.
Very, very specific niche, but most of them are rich, so you know how it is with lobbyists.
Or clerics.
Or yeah. So how are we feeling tonight? We good?
Okay.
Nice. Yeah.
So, little bit of recap before we get into the second part. Well, the end part here of the battle from last time. You have been, after having traveled through Chult, you found yourself in the lost city of Omu, which you have discovered is the seat of one of the old Bara, the sacred warriors chosen personally by Uptau. The last of the first generation of Bara, having turned his attention to releasing Dendar, the Night Serpent, upon the world, upon Chult, in a maybe deluded attempt to bring back Uptau to his rightful role, which is protector and keeper of Dendar. At least that's what he told you. After having a fairly good conversation with him about his goals, his values, once he decided that you were to leave, with the final cube in hand, you decided, well, I have this heavy hammer, so might as well use it, and decided to attack him. The battle raged on for all that second part in that episode, and we find ourselves now back in the fray as Rassensi's strength is dwindling. Gale and Vroon's haste spell has now come to completion, and for the next turn he will find himself unable to do much. Gale being his line of defense versus a Rassensi who, as I mentioned, is weakening of his wounds and his magic. Sorsha, having transformed in a bit of crowd control, has decided to turn into a giant gorilla. And Heinrich having, well, Heinrich time. As last we left off, your attention had turned towards the tunnel, the flooded tunnel that seemed to open into Rassensi's throne room. And out of the darkness came the familiar shapes of Artis Simber and Dragon Baked, running in, crying out, "Hydra, Hydra, Hydra."
Important question. Are we hearing that in the other chamber, or are we too busy and is it too noisy for us to hear the warning?
I would say that you would have you hear this, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not being very discreet about it. So let's move. Let's move to. I'll put some ambient music here, and let's get into most likely the final moments of your stay in the Fane of Serpents. Let's open this up. There we go. So, as Dragonbait turns around, that was pretty much his turn. So he just ran in, turning around. facing the and basically holding a hit, holding his action. It is the Hydra's turn. Sorsha and Heinrich, you can kind of see as this massive, writhing mass of necks and snapping maws step out from the shadow. So here we go. There we go. As you can see, I think you can see the little symbol right here. Currently 5 heads. Okay. And very much on a... let's see... 30 feet. Very much in the idea to try and to snap at the ones that they were pursuing, but also a new target. So just so you know, the Hydra has a range of 10 feet. And I'm going to put an attack... I'm going to put an attack on Simber, 1 on Dragonbait, and the last 3 are going to go for the Giant Ape. As this predator has not forgotten its prey, but has discovered a new kaiju in the midst that it would need to take care of. So let's start with the first 2 on the NPCs. That's a 17 for 10 on Simber. And a 21 for 14 on Dragonbait. 14, I say. And let's see on the gorilla.
Yeah.
Your AC is 12, I believe, correct?
Well, yeah.
Okay, so that's an 18 for 6. A
So
7.
this is confirmed King Ghidorah then?
Sorry?
Well, you were talking about kaiju, so this is confirmed King Ghidorah then.
Well, for obvious and copyright reasons, we only call this one King K. King K, as in, Kinkai, right? King K.
Yeah, but Ghidorah is like the three-headed creature from the Luxodon movies.
Oh, those are amazing movies. So a second attack on the ape is 17 for 15 damage. And the last one is a crit with a 28 for a total of 17 damage.
All right.
Do you wanna update the token, or should I?
I'm managing it. I'm currently at 63 hit points.
Okay. Okay, there we go. No, I'll update. Did I? Yes, you can. Okay. Yeah. The ape is bloodied.
Yeah.
Right. That is the Hydra's attack. We now have the other King K. That can.
No, that's Sorsha.
Corsha, yes. Actually, yeah, I will change the name to Corsha. Yes. That is yes. That is now done. That is Corsha. Actually, Corsha. There we go. Let's give it a Chaltian vibe. Corsha, what are you up to? What are you doing?
I'm gonna smash that pumpkin.
Okay.
So let's attack.
Jesus. Okay.
So does an 11 works on that?
Let's see. An 11 does not hit.
Too bad.
However, a 35 does. Let me just...
A 21 for 35.
Yeah, 21 for 35. So, basically, as you start grabbing in this run of that, as you grab one of the heads and basically rip it off. as it loses one of its heads.
Yeah. She's pissed.
Oh, I understand that fully. Where are you? And so that is 4.
I did more damage than it did to me.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that roll so that people at home can see. Here we go. Let's talk about that roll on 3d10. You rolled a 10, 10, and 9.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
By the way, had the first one hit, he would have lost 2 hits.
Oh, too bad.
Yeah.
Courtier, so is that your full action?
I don't think I can do anything more in that form anyway.
By the way, I'm guessing that you would have moved in, or does the giant ape have a 10-foot feet?
I have reach.
You have reach? Okay. Vroondomon. You cannot take any action, but can you move, or...?
I cannot move, I cannot take any actions, so
Okay.
I will just... I sort of turn to and see... Heavy breathing.
That slight... As you see the red shift of the sort of... That vibration that had excited you during this sort of slow down, and even... So, Gale, you notice this, that... It seems that he's time is catching up to him, or running backwards. Time magic is difficult, but it is now your turn. So just as a reminder, you currently have what you have. You are concentrating on an area spell, which I think is Beacon of Hope. Is that correct?
Yeah, Beacon of Hope it is. So I'm gonna give back, it's 2d6, or 1d6, 1d6 Beacon of Hope.
And you already used it twice, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, at least.
Okay, so...
No, it's not Beacon of Hope, it's Aura of Vitality.
There he goes.
2d6. So that is... Ooh, 7 hit points back to you, Vroon.
Nice.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna rename this as "You Fall When I Say You Fall." Okay.
It's over when I say it's over.
And so you, so this is the 3rd turn, correct? That you use it, or 2nd?
So.
3rd.
3rd. Okay, so you're on now. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Right. What is so? That's your bonus action. What is your action?
Oh yeah. Yeah, right. Because it uses a bonus action. Let me check. Yep. So I was thinking of moving my trident, but that's also a bonus action, so
Yep.
I cannot do that. Which means...
Vroon is probably like in slow motion saying something like, God.
Yeah. I am going to throw a guiding bolt at him.
Okay, let me see what he's got left. Oh, I used. Wait, that fireball was a higher level, correct?
Ooh.
Yeah.
That was a.
Sweet.
Oh! Oh!
Nice.
Excuse me.
Yeah, but that's
Excuse me.
but that's a counter spell.
Seriously?
Yep, that's a counter spell.
It's a level 1 spell! Seriously?
But it's a counter spell.
Okay.
Hey, don't forget he used his reaction for that, so
Yeah,
that's
that
always
is true.
something positive too. So
Indeed.
it balances out.
Counter spell is the most useful and frustrating spell of all time.
Yeah.
Oops, sorry. Ignore that.
Wizard approves.
For description only.
Is he thinking about casting the blight spell?
But he already has.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
right.
So it is now his turn.
Yeah, I just moved
Oh.
closer in.
Okay, that is not a bad idea. Considering that I was contemplating doing another fireball. But
Yeah.
I think that in this case, his flame tongue is going to he's gonna go melee basically, as he's gonna try and grab you. So he's gonna do his constrict. That is a 17, so that doesn't go through. Flame tongue and 2 attacks, 2-handed. That's a 25 on one of those hits.
Yep.
For a total of 5 slashing plus 6 fire.
So 11 total. Ouch. That hurt.
Yeah, as you can see, but you can see he's pretty much in the same kind of state as you are. The bandages have slipped in certain areas. There's rot that is apparent and seep in sort of necrotic wounds underneath the bandages, deforming the body almost. Heinrich, you're up.
First question for a knowledge check.
Yeah.
Bonus action or
No,
action?
go ahead. What are you trying to do?
I think it's the first time I see a thing like that.
A real
So I would-
Hydra?
A real Hydra. So I would like to know, well, anything.
But it might be in books. It's likely in books, actually. It's very well known.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would like to do
Yeah,
an
roll me
Arcana
an
check
roll me
too.
an Arcana.
What
To
did
see
Daddy
if you
tell
have
me
read that
about
book.
those creatures again?
Oh, okay. So, I'm going to read you a little bit about the Hydra. So that 23.
Yay, story time!
Yeah. So it is said that at the dawn of time, Tiamat, the queen of evil dragons, slew a rival god named Lerna and cast her blood across the multiverse. Each drop that fell upon a world spawned a multi-headed hydra consumed by a hunger as great as the fallen gods' hatred. Great champions are known to test their mettle against these fearsome creatures. They are rapacious, gluttonous, basically devouring anything in their path before moving on to new territory, to new hunting grounds. It is said that a hydra's hunger is so great that if it cannot feed on others, it will feed upon itself, its heads attacking each other as the creature would eat itself alive. What you
Not very
know-
self-sustainable.
Well,
Well, well.
the thing is, as you would know this, is that whenever the Hydra loses a head, 2 others pop very quickly back into its spot. As far as you know, it is said that fire can prevent that regeneration.
So very much according to the myth.
Yes, well, I mean, the people at Dungeons & Dragons did not invent a lot back in the day, and the Hydra is too iconic a Greek myth to not be put
I
into a
mean-
role-playing game.
I mean, have you heard the name of the supposed deity that was slain?
L'hydre de Lerne.
Learn.
Learn.
Ah yeah,
Learn.
yeah, Lana. I caught that one, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so, Heinrich, thoughts?
I think I want to do back up a bit our dear amazing monkey that's smacking. You see the golden eyes of Heinrich glowing up a bit, and you just see pointing to the Hydra and just say, "Grovel," and I'm gonna cast command on it. So I'm gonna try to put it. Grovel means that it would be prone normally, and it's a DC 18.
Does it need to
What type
understand
of
what
creature
you're saying?
can you cast command on? I think that's the question of the gym.
You speak a one-word command to a creature you can see within range. The target must succeed a Wisdom saving throw or follow the command on its next turn. The spell has no effect on target if it's undead, if it doesn't understand your language, or if your command is directly harmful to it.
Okay.
I'm dead.
No, this is not undead. This is not undead.
No, it's not undead. I think it just doesn't speak common.
Ah, true.
Do I know that with an arcane of 23?
I am going to say that that unless if it is being kept by a pet, maybe, but these do not have a language of their own.
Bloody hell. Then I'm just bloop. Rewind of
You
command.
go to cast the command, you're going, wait, not a pet.
Yeah. So I'm gonna blast Scorching Ray. And I'm gonna scream very loudly, "Fire! Fire kills it!"
Okay, so that's -6.
Fire!
Second shot.
18, yep, that's a hit.
Oop.
Another 6.
And last shot.
20 is a hit. -7. As you aim as you sort of aim towards knowing that arcane knowledge, you aim to where the wound is, and you manage to sort of cauterize it. As you can see, the fifth head sort of limply you can see where the flesh was sort of bubbling up to reform into two different stalks. Here you fuse the neck as it sort of falls slowly. It's only got 4 heads. And let's see, you did not do enough damage to erase another head, so. Simber is going to... Simber is ducking and weaving through these flailing heads. He's going to try and he's going to basically disengage. He's going to get a lot of damage. And sort of joins you, Heinrich. He's going, oh, yeah. How are things going? Where is he?
I just point behind me.
Okay.
To the hole that was smashed with a hammer.
Yeah, and then he sort of backs up. Wait, let me just check his movement. 20 feet, yeah. So he backs up a bit more, and as he sort of puts in a click going, and Heinrich, if you're on the corner of your eye, you see his sort of temper darken as he has Rasensi in his sights. Dragonbait is gonna go in. He's gonna move in and basically try to get as many heads off as possible. That is not right. And Holy Avenger, 2 attacks, 2-handed. Actually, no, these should be one-handed. Doesn't matter. That's a 27 and a 24. And that is a total of 19 damage. As he goes for the body of the Hydra, trying to bob and weave between, hitting it towards the legs rather than the heads. Seems efficient. But it is now the Hydra's turn. The Hydra
Yeah,
is...
it It doesn't regrow a head.
It does not. Well, first of all, it will regrow its heads at the end of its turn.
Okay.
But no, in this case, it will not regrow the head because it was hit by fire. However, it is going to turn all 4 of its attacks now towards Sorsha.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, and a 4.
Ouch.
So that is.
There's one that doesn't hit.
That once it doesn't
Yeah.
hit. So that's a total of 7 plus 8. That is 15, and another 15. So that's 30 damage in all.
Yes.
Yeah, it hits with anything above a 4, so.
Oh yeah.
Not
it
gonna
does-
hold that form for long, guys. But, yeah.
Okay. However, Sorsha, it is now your turn.
Yes. And as I said, let's match.
That's a 22 for 23 damage. Yes.
Does one head come off?
Wait, sorry. Oh, you did 2 attacks. The first one misses. The second one hits. A head is not detached. You did not do enough damage to remove a head.
No, but if you weaken them and then Heinrich hits them with one thing of fire, it's enough to make sure that they don't regrow.
So, just so you know, for the mechanic, the way it works is if it takes 25 damage in a round, it loses a head.
Okay.
At the end of its turn, it will regrow 2 unless hit by fire. Vroon, you're up.
Vroon takes some menacing steps towards the sea.
Mm-hmm.
Says, your time has come.
Oh, that's where he is.
15?
A 15 is just enough. Let me just check. Let me just check if he doesn't have a shield or something along those lines.
He already used his reaction.
He used his reaction. That is
He-
correct. No, his reaction.
His
No,
reaction.
his reaction.
his turn was-
Of the previous turn. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
So
His turn comes right after you, so.
Yeah, right.
shield.
My bad.
As
Okay.
this time a non-magical, non-physical
Oh.
shield is you.
Oh no, he's used this before already.
Hmm?
He's used this before already. Come on, second roll better then.
Oh, that you.
Nope. 16.
16. No, his AC is now 20.
Yeah. Well, that's what you get if you roll with 3 and 8. Let's see. Don't have any bonus actions that I can use. No. No.
Wait. So
Oh,
he
no, no,
used
no.
2. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Anything else?
No, but I would just like to say that he's used his reaction, so spells.
Mm-hmm. Gale.
Oh hey, there's a healing thing going on.
Yeah, but that's on Gale's turn, I think.
Yeah. I see it's at the top of the turn order. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah. And if you don't mind, I'm gonna
No,
use it
okay.
on myself this time.
I'm like our hit point bars look the same, but I know that you have a smaller one, so I'm guessing you have less than I do.
You're pretty. You're 3 hit points off.
Apart.
Oh, by the way, Gale, did you make me a Constitution Constitution saving throw?
No, I didn't. I do have advantage on
Yes,
those,
you do.
but I still need
Oh,
to
and you have a
roll.
+3.
Yeah, it is
You're good.
Yeah,
18.
18. So I get my 11 hit points back, which makes me way more comfortable. And why do I really need to prepare inflict wounds for those kinds of scenarios.
He has an AC of 20, so.
Yeah, I know. Can I get him with a thunder wave without getting rune?
Considering the situation in the room, difficult.
Yeah, that's why I ask.
Oh, you could move, because he can't do
Oh,
an
no.
opportunity.
That is true. You can bob and weave, change your position because he doesn't have a reaction anymore. So you could come and shift the space.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have a reaction anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just gonna.
Unless, of course, he has multiple reactions. I don't know yet.
I don't think so. He wasn't
Okay.
able to use a counter spell on another thing before. So I'm going to enjoy my freedom of movement then to get away, and that's gonna be another guiding bolt.
Okay.
24 to hit
That's a hit. That's 12 damage.
for 12 radiant damage, and Rune has advantage on his next hit.
No, the next person to attack him.
Yeah, okay. Which is probably gonna be Artis.
Yeah.
Fucking kill stealer.
No, don't worry. You'll get your moment. It is going to be Ross and C's turn. Let's see. Yeah. He is going to.
Let's see again.
Now he's going to Misty Step again.
Of course.
So Misty Step across the room. And he's going to run to the teleporter. And
Do I get a... Oh, no, because it's a Misty Step.
it's a Misty Step. Let's see, where is he going to reappear? Oh, I think I'll reappear over there. Wait. Is there anything closer? Nope. Okay, no, he's gonna go there. Okay. Right. Okay. It is going to be. It's going to be. Well, who's next? Turn order. Sorry. That'd be Heinrich.
If the first time works well.
You hear Artis scream in rage.
Oh yeah, and the moment where he teleports, Gale is also shouting, "He got away again!" Just to warn the others in the other room.
He looks very bitter, but focuses on the very big boy in front because he sees that he's unleashing fury upon the dear monkey, and will shoot firebolt towards it.
Okay. Fireball, that's a hit. That is 12 fire damage. No gaping wound this time to sort of aim at, but cauterizing anyway. You can see the sort of you sort of aim where you can see the bubbling of the flesh regenerating. Ended. It is going to be Artis.
So that's one head down, right?
Yeah.
Nope.
And
No,
doesn't
it's-
Heinrich has 3 firebolts when he...
No.
Why?
That's Eldritch Blast.
Scorching Ray.
Oh
It's
yeah,
Scorching
right.
Ray. It's just that
Sorry.
Firebolt does more damage when it's
Okay.
level 5.
You mean it's 25 damage in one time?
Yes, in one turn.
Oh. So it is.
It's
No,
I did.
no,
Sorry,
I did
one round.
23. I did 23. And Heinrich did
I know.
12. No, I try to understand, but
So when the Hydra takes 24 or in a single turn, not a
Yeah.
round,
A turn, a player's turn.
a player's turn, not a
Oh.
round.
okay. Ah, sorry.
No worries.
Okay, makes sense now.
So it's a good thing. It's a good thing that we're like just keeping it under 25, just continuing to.
Well, technically no, because you have a fire mage, which means.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
if you were indeed a group without fire, you would want to do 24 per round.
Yeah.
Yeah, to make sure that those heads don't multiply. Artis is going to rush into the teleporter. Could somebody please roll me a? I believe it's
sadly.
6,
D4?
no?
Let me just
4?
check the teleporters. How many are there?
He had 5 or 6 locations, I don't remember.
I don't know how you would know that.
Because one of the snakes told us.
Oh, true. I teleport is right. Yeah, he's got 5. So could somebody roll me a D4, please, as I take a little bit of.
Sure.
Okay, he finds himself here. Oh, poor guy. Okay, interesting. And that's his turn. Dragonbait is gonna go for the Hydra again. One-handed. Unfortunately, cannot make it. Unfortunately, with a 14 and a 13, that's a wasted crit. But no. Hydra time. Feeling that the effect is going, I'm gonna put out of the 4. I'm gonna put 1 on Dragonbait and 3 on Sorsha. So Dragonbait, that's a 10. That doesn't hit. Sorsha, it's 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh.
Ouch.
So with a 13, that's a hit. So you take 11 and so you take a total of 24, 26? Is that my count that correctly? 26. And then
Yes.
another 6, so that's 32.
Okay, just enough so I can keep my form. I have 1 point left in my monkey.
Jesus.
Just 1.
Yeah, just 1. Well, 1's enough.
Yeah.
But no, so just so you know, if you take any damage that you take now, you will revert to your original shape with your original hit points, and so you will any damage that goes over will hit your original body. Okay.
But I have a question. Do I have to revert and cast it again, or can I just prolong?
You cannot cast in your form, I believe.
Okay. You know, because for example, fly, you don't have to land to recast it again.
No,
So
because you were able to cast the spell while you're in flight. Polymorph is verbal, somatic.
You don't have the vocal cords
Yeah.
to say the spell component, the spell verbal words.
Yeah.
just wanted to be sure, but
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's all. You don't. Well, you might have the vocal cords, but you wouldn't have the components.
just wanted to know which options I had.
And I'm just looking for the right reason in all of this. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Sorsha, you're up.
Okay, so let's make those
Monkey
2
see? Monkey
pounds.
do?
Yes. At use where I still have them.
Ah,
Yes.
nice. Okay, so that's gonna be interesting because I believe it's. I
think that's 2 heads down.
The text says whenever Hydra takes 25 or more, so I don't think it can. I don't think it loses more than 1 per turn. But it does mean that. So that is 17. Oh god, calculator time. So minus 17, minus 20,
35.
minus 15. It is very, 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 very hurt.
Good.
And it lost 1 head. As you basically use that 1 head. I mean, I can imagine that crit is basically you grabbing the stump of one of the heads and ripping it out completely.
Using one lost head to smack the others.
No, I think maybe the last one to bite me, I just grab it and rip it off.
Yeah.
Nice.
It bites you
Look at
at the
that.
shoulder, a deep wound, and you just turn around, you just see, and then pull it out. Vroon, you're up.
I would like to know what the duration is on the spell that was on the spell from the statue.
Find Pat.
As in,
If-
do I still know the way to Russian Sea?
You do not know the. No, because find the path is to a place. It is not a locate. It is not a locate.
Okay, but that's what we used to.
Yeah.
to-
But as in, you were searching for the quickest way to Rosensea's hiding space.
Okay, and now he's not in his hiding space.
But you know what? I can have a look. Somebody can somebody look and find
I'll
the way.
send you the link. I'll send you the link right now. Up.
Or you can just if you find the spell, because I can't look at it here, or else I'm gonna show everybody our private Discord. Oh, actually, no, what? I can do this. Yeah. Let's find the path. There you go. Find the path shorted to a specific fixed location. There we go.
I mean that you're familiar with, so we were already taking some.
We were taking some liberties, yeah.
Yeah.
But I just felt it was so cool to use that. So.
In that
Okay.
case, I will. If I don't know, then I am first going to check on my allies because I heard there was a Hydra.
I will say though, considering to promote the liberties, I will have you roll. If you decide to enter the teleport in pursuit, I will give you advantage, which means you'll be rolling 2d4, and I will tell you which one is the closest.
Alright. In that case, I do that. Foolish indicated.
Yeah. Okay. So where were you?
I was.
You were here, right? Yeah. Okay. 25.
Also, yeah, I have movement of 40. So.
Oh, you have a movement of 40. Right. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm
Because you are a paladin of glory. Okay. Please roll me 2d4.
All right. 2d4. Oh, that's 2 3s.
The dice tell a story.
Yeah, apparently.
as Vroondomon, you disappear. You have found your quarry. You needed a 3.
Wow.
And you made it a double.
Yeah, sadly, he's not alone.
He's not alone. You find yourself away from the smell, the acrid smell of spells, that ozone in the air from the different divine interventions, away from the blood. Here, the smell that takes you is one of calming and soothing incense, perfume, the trickling of a fountain in the center, and you find yourself amidst multiple Huanti, some of which you've seen from that first encounter.
I mean, they all look the same.
Maybe to you, but that's racist.
Yeah, I know.
How would you react if someone told you that about Luxodons?
Oh, they regularly told him. But he's there. And I believe you still have 10 feet.
Oh, well, in that case... I need 1, 2... I will... my first attack is with advantage.
Your first attack is with advantage.
Yeah, he still has the guiding bolt
exactly.
light illuminated.
I mean, I see that little yellow dot on his thing, and I'm like, oh hey, come on! Oh yeah, that's a crit.
Sweet.
Yes!
No.
I'm happy I landed that guiding bolt.
Oh wow, that is
okay. So
24. But wait. No, because I am, like I said...
He spared his last smite.
I am using my smite as well.
Okay.
So that's another 48 then. I mean, I know that it might be overkill, but it's like... Fuck this dude.
Oh, it is definitely overkill.
Oh yes, but... So, yeah, that's 24 plus... 20, so 44 damage.
Oh, you already doubled the smite dice.
Yeah.
Jesus.
How do you do it? How do you finish it?
Yeah.
He had 8 points left.
Yeah, I figured it wouldn't be a lot, but I was like, yes, it is more practical for Vroon to save his last spell slot for the fucking Hydra. But this is fucking personal. So it was like, no, that last smite is definitely going on and see if I get
it. Good job, man.
The fact that it was a crit was just like poetic.
Yeah, absolutely.
The
dice tell a story, man. I mean, you had...
I think Vroon just says, like, this is the end of the maze for you, and just...
Smash!
You know, like, divine justice, retribution, boom!
Okay. So, as the hammer as you lift the hammer, the light of Valkyr sort of shaping in as you can, there is literally a moment where you see, as the hammer comes down, you see him missing, but there's you feel just on the side of you a gust of wind that very subtle a very subtle smell of sea salt as your body shifts.
Different gods.
You got advantage because of Valkyr.
Alright, of course.
Yeah.
There's that slight, you can feel under your feet, just a moment where you feel like you're on the deck of a ship hit by a wave, and your stance just shifts, and then the hammer falls straight into Rosency's chest. You cave it in. You realize that there is not enough ichor fluids left in this serpent man to split out blood in your face. But there is a moment where he looks at you. He has no breath. But there is a defiance in his eyes. But almost, maybe, a bit of relief. As you see the light fall away from his eyes, his hand clatter to the ground, the flame blade that he had in his hands extinguish. And that is at that moment where you realize you're surrounded.
Oh yes, I know.
But while the women and men of this harem sort of maybe you step back, as none of them seem to be armed. You do see, however, 2 brood guard sniffing in your direction, ready to charge, and they're gonna add themselves to the fray.
I'm back.
Oh man.
Do not fight them alone, please.
I mean, I don't have control over where it takes me.
I think you can visualize the place where you want to be.
That normally, if I remember well, in the arcane check that I've done, I explained that if you focus on the location, you can come back. I rolled very high for that also, I remember.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what a wizard is for. Arcana checks.
Are you proficient? Are you proficient with Arcana, Vroon?
Let me check. No.
Those runes are gonna. The ways of this. While you know what it can do, you look back and you're going, "This was the will of Uptao. This was the will of the maze." Here is hoping that he can
there's
bring you
another
back.
thing I'm proficient in, which I think I can try to use now. But like, I don't know if they speak Common or any other language that I speak. Oh, I guess maybe they speak.
Well, they
Chilti.
spoke to you. For the invitation, so. But anyways, you have.
This is a different one, so.
You have
I don't know.
You recognize some of them. This is the harem,
yes.
so.
Oh. Yeah, but the two that's were taking me.
Anyways.
Anyway.
Gale,
wait.
you're up.
That was.
Oh, you still have 1 attack.
But I don't think I have movement to get to them anymore. So.
Do you have But I mean, you have 3 that are next to you. Do you wish to attack them?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Like, I mean, I'm a glory paladin. I don't attack unarmed opponents unless they attack me.
That is fair.
Like, no.
You see, and they are not very well armored. Let's put it that way.
No, they're wearing.
Quite the contrary.
Yeah, they're wearing like fucking silks, and barely any of that.
Yes, this would be. Let's just say that if this were any series or cartoon or whatever, you would have very well placed mist.
Yeah.
I'd just say it's an armor for another kind of battle.
Yeah, so actually, while we're at it, I can give you the description. A fountain of cool water bubbles on the floor ahead. The scent of lilies fills the air, and silken drapes drift lazily in the heat. Archways open into shaded booths heaped with cushions and trays of sugared sweets. Lounging are a dozen scantily clad humanoids with eyes like those of snakes and scaly patches on their arms, legs, necks, and backs. Watching over them are a pair of inhuman bipedal reptiles. Funny that he would go to his harem to find help. Gale.
I mean, he didn't initially.
Oh, sorry. Are we? Vroon, do you still have a bonus action that you wish to use? You don't have any movement, I believe.
Have any bonus action? I'm done.
Okay. So, Gale, you're up.
So Gale has half curse, half blessing when she sees Vroon disappear, going, "Ogre's boots!" And it was almost something else, but that's not a problem. And goes back to the main room because she's not going to scatter the party just yet, any more than it already is. Runs up here, sees the Hydra. Bonus action is going to be an aura of vitality. Heinrich, how are you looking with a quick look when I enter the room? You've taken a couple of hits, but not too bad.
You see some blood on him, but he's more focused on the big thing. So
okay.
he's okay-ish.
By the way, the two Malicent that were pretending to be unconscious when the Hydra came in just basically backed up.
Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna use my aura of vitality on myself. That is 8 hit points. Yeah, that's good. Have a laugh at Dragonbait. Say, didn't want to miss a fight after all, and look at the Hydra. I probably did hear the command of hit it with fire.
Yeah, I screamed it very loudly.
The problem is,
you can see that this Hydra is barely holding on.
Okay. The thing is, I do not have a fire spell.
Most of us don't.
Well,
So I am going to rely on Heinrich to provide the fire damage. However, I am going to yeah, we're underground, so I'm not a huge fan of casting a shatter at it. So it's gonna be a guiding bolt.
Okay.
Second level guiding bolt coming in. That is 23 radiant damage for.
How do you want to finish it?
Jesus!
Valkyr
Sorry.
putting some work tonight. It had 12 hit points left.
So Gale actually comes in running, with a sling movement of her arm as if she was casting a net. Casts the fireball a bit underhanded. It probably enters straight into one of the mouths that's open, ready to bite on something, and explodes inside.
There's a moment where as you come in, you are. I mean, Hydras are aquatic creatures as well. And this is not your first Hydra, though maybe not with this group, but certainly on ships, Hydras are a menace. An enemy to Valkyr, but also to her. And to her kind. And as you recognize this, the trident as you illuminates as you throw Valkyr's will to its direction, but realizing that behind it there's brass, and as indeed you shatter something vital within the creature's body, it falls limp, no longer moving. Combat's ended, at least on this side. You're still missing a crew member.
Well, two actually. Artis also disappeared inside the den somewhere. We don't know where.
That is true. No longer there's no turn to rest and see, but I'm going to use that turn for the civilians, which are basically going to. Do you let them through, Vroon? As they try.
If they try to leave, yes, but I was waiting for my turn to do that action, but I don't stop anyone, but I'm going to say, like, don't try it. You see what I did to your leader. It's a foolish thing to do. Like, in case anyone wants to make a move.
I just want to see something about Nima.
I also say it in Choltian, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're amongst locals. You use the local language. Sorsha's in the dark.
There's a moment where I'm gonna roll a d20. Because this is where snakes be snakes. Oh yeah. One of them you notice. This one right here. I'll put her a... Is there a crown or something along those lines? This'll do. You can see one of them sort of more richly decorated. There are tattoos that sort of enhance the scales. Very much the work of the sort of a favorite or something along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
And she is hissing at you, and you can see that she's pulled out from maybe a short knife, but you get a sort of a dagger. Made most likely made from a tooth. It's ivory dagger, but you can still you can see almost the venom dripping from it. And as she sort of steps towards you, almost calling to the others, another one comes behind her, grabs her neck, and with a hand that turns into a claw, just goes right in. As this one right here.
The one with the different picture, I guess.
Changes shape.
Oh, hello.
And says, I know enough to navigate these things. Follow me.
Okay.
And basically runs in.
Very efficient introductions.
We have to wait for my turn, of course.
Yeah, Walter, we'll wait for your turn.
Okay.
Heinrich.
Sometimes having enemies be traitors to each other is actually useful.
You'll see what it is when we come back.
Just with the look that I have in the room that they were fighting, does it look does it look like a room with interesting stuff in it?
Oh, yes. Indeed. Very much indeed. Treasures are heaped around the room: gold, silver, coins, a gilded harp, jeweled wine flask. This is a place of comfort. This would look, if you didn't know any better, you would say that he's taken on draconic tendencies. This is a treasure trove. This is not only a hidey hole, but also a vault.
Just technical thing because I always forget that. Can I use for detect magic a spell slot to cast it directly, or
Yes.
do I need to? Then I will use detect magic as with a spell slot directly, and I'm just gonna say against Gale. Gale, I'm gonna point out the important stuff. You take it, and we'll see afterwards.
Gale's gonna do you one better. As soon as it's her turn, here in the middle, I'm gonna open
The portable hole, just push everything
portable
in.
hole. Just put everything in there.
And I just say loudly against everyone, we're taking everything. And I just loudly scream, Sorsha, there's a loot here for you.
Okay. So we're still in combat. Artist Simber is
Yeah.
basic. He is going
It's
to
still missing.
still missing. He is basically going to sort of swear and jump back into the teleporter that took him to where he was. Unfortunately, I need to make a stealth check for him, actually. That's Dragon Bait. Where are you?
25. Okay.
Okay, he's not been seen. Can somebody roll me a D4, please?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, go ahead, Sorsha.
So that's 1, 2. Okay.
He appears in the same room as Rune.
Right in front of the face of a doppelganger. It's, oh shit.
You spoiled it.
But it does mean that everybody's found their way, apparently, to the. So that's gonna be his turn. The Brood Guard are going to rush and try to get you, Vroon. So both of them are going to attack you.
Go for it.
Let's see. So three attacks each.
Oh,
So let's start with the claws. So that's 4 claws. 1, 2, 3, 4.
No,
Nothing
no.
hits. 2 bites.
No.
1, 2. Nothing hits. Anything sort of scratching. I think there's a bit of the Brood Guard most likely have there's a bit of maybe a confusion about them as to what's going on. But as they rush you, you just turn your back, hunker down, pull in your limbs, and all you can hear is scratching behind the back plate of your armor. Dragon Bait is going to he's just gonna wait. I think we can actually get out of combat at the moment, as you. Let's pull out this. There we go. So as you, as Rune, as the creature basically pushes you back and sort of whispers into your words, sort of instructions on what to think and how to think it, you basically reappear.
As I leave, can I still grab the sword that's Rasen's
Yes, you may. Sure. I'll consider that you've done that. Yeah. Yes, you have caught his
Bonus action previous turn.
bonus action
He
previous
hadn't
turn.
used it.
Yeah. I mean, he still technically had another attack, so he could have used that second attack to grapple the sword. So the sword is now grappled, most likely restrained, and then you will need to move it in.
I mean, he might have had other cool stuff as well, but
I'm looking. Yeah, you would have not had time to
Empty his pockets.
empty his pockets. No.
no, but like the sword was
The sword was there.
mentioned. So
But-
it's like
Yeah, he does. Yeah, you're missing one other item that he had on him.
Yeah.
But make me an Arcana check.
Me?
Yep.
Okay.
Hmm.
16.
Yeah. No, unfortunately, taking you realize that his bracers might be interesting, but you don't have the time. Not with the brood guard sort of piling in.
Well, apparently I can just solo the brute cards and
The what?
I can just solo them because they didn't hit me at all. I'm being cocky.
Okay, you know what? I will allow you to loot the body as an action, to rip off those bracers, but they will give you an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Okay.
I was being smart.
Well, that's what you're here for.
Yes.
So yes, as artists first, Vroon, and lastly a creature wearing close to nothing apart from maybe a belt and sequins, sort of shows up, all silver in nature, and they shift again to form a man with very pale skin, reddish eyes, tattoos on a sort of... The skin is almost white, and with red tattoos, similar to the ones that you would have seen on the sorcerers. And then realizing, oh, you were not sent to get me here, were you?
Not exactly.
Let's take this somewhere else, shall we? Let's get out of here. Heinrich and Gale, you open it up, you basically pile everything in.
Yeah, there's just a quick minute, and
I am scanning everything that has a magical glow or looks magical. I'm
goes
taking
into
it.
the hole. Yeah.
Okay.
And anything that we can take.
Yeah, Gale probably just grabs a pair of chests, and scrapes everything on the floor, and everything that falls in.
Not a
We'll
problem.
handle that later.
And when you're like pushing into it, you see Hydra head fly above your head and end up in the hole.
Shit,
And you
what the
probably hear and then she reverts to herself and like, that felt good.
Okay, let me get you your token here.
Yeah, no kidding. Had fun?
I was a bit pissed, You don't realize it, but it's kind of built up and it's good letting it out.
She's going, yeah, I felt good. I had my... the endorphins.
So, Sorsha's anger management issues are solved by turning into a giant ape and raging at something.
Yeah, punching everything.
I will send you... well, actually, why don't we take an early break? As you... I'll just narrate this part. As you finish... sort of piling everything in, close up the silken hole, and as you start rushing south, your new comrade seems to know the way.
I guess Artis and Dragonbait
as
know it
well.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I am going to. The only thing is that as you sort of walk on by, there's a couple of places where the water becomes a bit deeper and you find yourself needing to swim.
Yeah.
No, but the problem is Vroon.
Mhm.
Swimming in your heavy armor. How do you want to do that?
That's gonna be difficult.
Well, for, you know what? I don't really.
Wait. Actually, no. There's not. Let me double check.
I'll help him.
No,
I'll
wait.
help him.
Don't just yet. Let me double check. Yep, I drink a potion of water breathing, which I have.
And you run underneath. Okay.
I still have a potion of water breathing, and I will just.
Okay. Perfect.
Just a quick question.
Yeah.
I don't understand why I'm at 32 hit points. I was at 61 with shape.
Maybe you.
Oh, it could just be that 61. Yeah, it might have might be the token that didn't update. It's not a problem.
Yeah, but it changed also on my character sheet, so I don't get it. Why?
It changed on your character sheet?
Yeah.
Wasn't me.
Yeah, I don't understand, but okay, I'll put it back to 61.
Okay. When did you take damage last? Because you had a. Oh no.
Spill over.
Hmm?
Spill over?
No, because there was
she had one HP.
Doesn't really matter. We're gonna get out of this anyways.
Yeah. Maybe it was just you took it out on your character instead of the giant ape for one hit or something. I don't know.
No, not even.
No. Okay.
Because I put all of the ape.
But when did you shift?
Yeah, it could be that you were already down to.
I think you were
No.
already down because
No.
No,
I was to 61
like I said,
for sure.
doesn't.
But that's why I don't understand, especially that I don't know, doesn't make sense. But okay, another mystery.
I just want to check something here. Where are you? Yeah, no. Okay. As you run, walk, swim the deeper parts of this underground river, heading towards you start hearing echoing in the caves the sound of a large gong being struck repeatedly. The sound sort of reverberating across the caverns. You might be escaping now, however, the temple is very much on alert. You pass through. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a token and to give you vision of everything, sort of vision. Okay. Controlled by all players. There you go. Okay, so you can see through the white? That way I'm not gonna move. I'm gonna show you basically the way.
Yes.
Especially through, as you come to the stone door here presently, you can hear agitation on the other side. Yells, confuse talk, but you rush on, basically.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we're not gonna stop for a courtesy talk.
No. Okay, interesting. A acrid smell of fungus and a definite smell of something very, very wrong in that direction to you, Vroon, as you are using your trunk as a periscope, as elephants would.
Well, I'm walking across the bottom of the. I'm underwater.
Yeah. You head yourself out to find finally the bodies of a couple of Huanti Brood Guard, showing the efforts that your friends made to enter. And you head out through the tunnels to find yourselves in Omu once again under okay, apparently you are lost. No.
What?
Oh, come on. Heavy mist. As you find yourselves, I believe it was here.
Oh, okay. So inside the walls, though.
Yes, you find yourselves inside the walls. Let's leave it at here for now. Let's take our break, maybe a bit early as to what we're used to, and then we will continue and see what. First of all, what you found. I'll send you that through Discord, because there's a lot of different things that you found. I need to send you, Heinrich, the contents of a second spellbook, as you found Rasensi's spellbook.
Yes, more.
And yeah. So to those watching, thank you for watching. We are getting closer to the next chapter, folks. Getting closer, inching away from the tomb. From the entry of the
next level.
Yeah, definitely. And so we'll see you for part 2 of today's episode in a moment. See you then.